Hello and welcome back, Sunny Seekers, to the very last episode of Cruisin the Med series. We're so excited to finally have all these episodes out.
Yes!
And we could not have ended it on a better location than the magical Paris location.
It's like the quintessential, like, where do you want to go? Like, what's your bucket list place? And like, of course, like for me, I was like, it's Paris!
So we got off of the cruise boat. It's here. Like, we got off of the cruise boat and we took a plane to Paris, you know, got the taxi off and all that good stuff. We stayed at the Marriott there, and that was really, really cool. We got some footage there.
That Marriott was super, super hip.
Yeah.
It was like super hip.
Kelsey did a photo shoot.
Yeah, like it had like perfect like little areas for photo shoots. So if that tells you anything, it's very Instagram worthy.
My family had a view of the Eiffel Tower outside of the window. We had a view of the train station.
I know it's London, but it made me think of Peter Pan.
Yeah. Anyways, we went over to my parents' room and Kelsey collapsed to the floor crying because that was her first time seeing the Eiffel Tower.
I just never thought I would like ever see it in person. You know, you just think like, that's just something I'm only gonna see in movies and like pictures, and it's like right there.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is it right there, but it's beautiful, gorgeous Paris night.
The first day, we decided to walk to the Eiffel Tower, which was, I think one of us calculated that we had walked like 13 miles total that day or something like that. But
probably.
It was totally worth it. It was totally worth getting to see every bit and aspect of Paris and walking the streets and walking along the river. And we got some shopping done, of course. We did have a Paris store clerk that wound up giving Kelsey here a free souvenir because she made the effort to speak French to him. See, there it is. He gave it to us for free because Kelsey made the effort to speak French. You always hear about Parisians not liking Americans, and everybody was so nice there.
Everybody was extremely
Everybody
nice,
was just like going out of their way to be kind.
As long as you put forth an effort to try and understand their culture and try to speak their language, or just even try to understand their cultural norms or their social cues, you know, like even if you just put forth an effort, it just goes a long way. Me and my mom have always loved croissant. And so I was like, okay, well, Mom, when I go to Paris, I promise I'm going to try just a good old classic croissant. All right, Mom, this is for you.
That's really good.
We got to see Notre Dame.
Yes.
It was still under construction from the fire.
Unfortunately.
At that time, it was still under construction then, but it's still...
But it's still Notre Dame.
Yeah.
It's still...
Yeah, the front of it isn't impacted at all.
Yeah.
And, it was still really incredible to see.
Mm-hmm.
got to stop by the Louvre, which we were gonna visit in full the second day. We went to the Arch de Triomphe as well, and we did all the shopping there on that street.
All right, there's our little walk here on the Paris Bridge. All right, Cody, here's your key. And here's your key. Here's my key. Cody, go ahead and kiss yours. I'm gonna kiss mine. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
And what does this mean, Cody?
It means we're in love forever.
Oh my God.
Till death do us part.
All right, here you go.
All right.
Throw it, babe. 3,
Watch out behind you.
3, 2, 1.
Go. Made our way over to the Eiffel Tower to see it lit up at night, which was super magical. You just don't know until you're there. It really is like that. We also went on that bridge where they filmed it in Inception. That that was cool too.
That was cool. They were having like a wedding shoot going on while we were there.
The second day, we went back trekking around again, but this time to the Louvre.
The Louvre was incredible.
And I think we got through maybe a third of it, really.
Yeah.
Because we felt like we had to. I feel like you could have spent 2 days in that place.
You could easily spend 2 days, if not 3. The place is ginormous.
Yes, as the French would say, ginormous. And it's legendary. Mm-hmm. It's got legendary arts in there. What was your favorite section, would you say?
I like seeing Venus de Milo. Was it cool to get to see the Mona Lisa? Yeah, but
actually, the Mona Lisa is kind of like just this tiny picture.
It's really small though.
And there are these people standing in a line to see it, but I just kind of went to the side of the line and like just looked at it from afar.
I was actually more impressed with this one painting. This painting literally covered the entire wall.
But
they also, they had a whole section dedicated to, I don't know the actual Egyptian term for coffin, but like
sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus. I remember they had a whole slew of them lined up next to each other, and it was just really neat. wow, like I wonder what we will potentially leave behind for
in our
futures to
culture.
come.
What do we leave?
You know, like, oh, like, you know, hundreds of years from now, what are people going to be saving from our incredible art?
Honey, that's a conversation for World Stage Reform. Okay?
That is a conversation for World Stage Reform.
After the Louvre, we went back to the Eiffel Tower, but this time we actually went up the Eiffel Tower.
Like we actually like trekked the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower has this cool, like at the bottom part of it, it actually has this grove there and it's really pretty. And then you go up these elevators. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have any footage of this either, but I don't know the technical name for them, but they're like these stacked elevators that like bring you up at a slanted level up the tower. I don't think, we didn't even go to the very top of the Eiffel Tower. We went to like the second level, which is still really high.
Guys, we are on the Eiffel Tower. This is all Paris.
It's Paris.
Paris! Paris, oh, the key to your heart. And we would go up to the highest floor, but it is extremely windy and cold.
And we don't want to die.
Okay! But this shows our hello, my duckies. Ooh, I have some crackers. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys share.
That was the staple of the trip, really. That was the last thing that we, like the last event that we did besides walking back in the rain in Paris.
I'll never forget it.
That is the end of our Cruisin the Med series. We hope that you guys enjoyed it. All the Sunny Seekers videos of Cruisin the Med. And until next time, we see you guys.